Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sammy Watkins, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. A beautiful fake. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jackson, option right. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. It's Geis on the counter. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Now Jackson, and he's got his target. That's more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Get that ball. Check 4, check 4. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Shit.
Jackson will throw again. He may try and run for this. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick and didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Give me something. Here we go. Hey, check Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This is Reese on the ground. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Marquise Lee deep to return. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a litlittle bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he connects with Ertz. That one good for 24 yards.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Well, the drive starts with a completion, left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Jackson. Funches has it complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mahomes now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 34. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They run again on first down, Chubb. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to look deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give it
through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Geis, 87 yards, and the Jets have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This one fielded at the 5. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I'm trying to...
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, it's Drake. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, Jackson. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jackson from the shotgun. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Hurry up. 58, come on. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. It's a 6.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this will complete right side to Funchess. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Tight end on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
All day, dog.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. shotgun snap to Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson finds his tight end Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Jets 21, Patriots 7.
Let's go now. Defense, Husky. 50. Go for it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Gold for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Jets 48, Patriots 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something.
It's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike's 50.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Complete to Evan Ingram. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd and goal. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
March 50, March 50, March 50. You ain't going nowhere. Here we go, 50, 50.
Jackson operating from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They go play fake. Mahomes. Caught by Jones. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
43, 15.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Khalil Mack. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Wait. 70 ending. Mike, 58, right there. I'm here all day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete to Drake. And he gets this inside. The 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 9-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down now. It's Drake, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
65.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball.
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.